Hello, hello, and we are back at Blackest Recap Ever. I'm here to give you my thoughts and only my thoughts on Insecure Season 4, Episode 2. And we're just going to get right into it. First of all, my outfit, I'm giving you a little Studio 54. Got the press and curl. You can't tell me nothing. Earrings are brought to you from D. Lioness Skin by Sean Leone. All right. We have not stated this, and I wanted to state this in the last episode, that the whole arc, right, the bigger picture of this whole season is that Issa is working to bring a program that is anti-gentrification. And I really love that the production have created a project like such, because we talk about it, you hear about it so often, but very rarely is it mentioned as how it was mentioned with Issa. I got to pull my shirt down because you know this is a no pants production. And I really like that is being brought to it. So now we are basically 3 months ahead, 3 months before the damn block party. And opening scene is we have Molly, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm drinking red wine. Molly and Asian Bae are coming from dinner. Molly's clothes are fierce. Shiona, you are doing the damn thing. This is like your magnum opus, because this is Insecure. You know how everybody used to talk about Sex in the City, and now that I look back at it some 20 years later, Sex in the City's clothes weren't that amazing. You know, I especially I feel like Carrie just threw a lot of shit together, and it got to a point where Carrie was too damn old to really be putting all that shit together, like just, oh, I'm going to throw on a rose. And I get it. And yes, she was eclectic, but I don't know. I think that, you know, as you evolve in your own personal taste, it's not as amazing anymore. And I feel as though Insecure is the show that I am watching where I'm really loving the fashion. I don't think there was another show that I've been enjoying clothing like this since Mad Men. And that's just because it's vintage. Okay, let's stay on topic. Molly and Asian Bae are coming out from dinner, and Asian Bae has to take a call, and Molly wants him to basically open up. And then they have some cute little sexual banter, and then next thing you know, Asian Bae is blowing Molly's goddamn back out, which is great. You know, listen, it's great to see. I think one thing that you realize, this is an interracial relationship, but they don't hold on heavy into the interracial component. And most interracial relationships, once the beginning of, oh, you're of a different race, I'm of a different race, then you move on and you just start realizing, oh, you're attracted to me. Oh, you like this. Oh, you like that. Oh, we can get it on. And then a lot of those tidbits are put to the wayside. And then, of course, they are mentioned later on. So fast forward, now we have Condola, better hair this week, and Issa. They're walking down the street and they're speaking about what they're doing, their plans for this upcoming block party, or as I like to call, the anti-gentrification party. And they're speaking. They have a weird, awkward moment where, you know, they're trying, you know, Issa wants to take Condola out and then he can't take her out. And it comes up that there's this awkwardness with Lawrence. Listen, in real life, I don't see that happening. I'll tell you one thing. I don't want to be friends with my ex. I damn sure don't want to be friends with the next bitch that he's dealing with. And I just think that that's it. Molly did say it's messy, but I think that humans are very complicated and layered people. We'll get into that a little bit more with Asian Bae. And sometimes you just don't want to you don't want to have a visual or even a mental reminder of someone that you had a failed romantic relationship with. But I think that Molly and Condola should work together because she has good contacts. And this can go well, but I think that after this, it should be like, girl, let me send you a cheese basket and tell you thank you. And then I kind of sort of, we move on and we bump into each other. And if I can recommend something for you, then great. And if you can recommend something for me, that's great. But, you know, I don't know. It's just a little too complicated. I don't think it comes with maturity. I think it comes with where people have defined where their lives stand and what they can deal with and what they can't deal with. Okay, so next you have them all the girls is sitting around for Halloween. Oh, wait, let me just get back and just say this one thing about my whole ideals about this whole throuple with Issa, Condola, and Lawrence. So Issa cheated on Lawrence. We know this. But they were having a very tumultuous relationship prior to that, because Lawrence had fell into this funk where he was at his most unproductive. And a lot of men, when they cannot produce, when they cannot provide, they fall into a very hard point in their life. At that same time, when you play and build a dude, which is what Issa was doing, and he was, you know, he didn't work for 2 years, that takes a toll on you. And so there's a lot of underdevelopment in Issa that I feel as though Lawrence pulled from her, and he was able to then go on and work at this, you know, startup, and, you know, now he is dating better. You know, if you've looked at the past 3 seasons, Lawrence has gotten better ass, you know, than Issa's been able to get. I mean, Issa's dealing with TSA Bae, but can that be something? You know, whereas Lawrence has come into contact with women. And I guess this is also showing you that in real life that, you know, men have better pickings than women do. Because Condola is a more polished version of Issa. That's why they like one another. All right. So next is this. They have Halloween. And I want to shout out again to Shiona, because this is great. These are 4 iconic images. Granted, Tiffany took it there and she did the Elizabeth Taylor version of Cleopatra. It's still fun. It's still visual. It's beautiful. Molly was from Bring It On. Issa was from Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing. Oh God, that was lovely. And then Kelly was from Bats. I mean, just the imagery, the nostalgia. Well, it's been a real nostalgic week, but I guess also when you old and you hitting a big birthday, everything is nostalgic. So then we come into a scene with Issa and TSA Bae, and they're having some damn Cirque du Soleil sex. This is what I like about this. Granted, I'm not too crazy about gratuitous sex scenes, because why we need all this nudity on HBO and all this porn is free? Matter of fact, your asses better be investing in these porn sites, because you know good and damn well with the quarantine, everybody is stuck home, and what they doing. All right. So what I like about this relationship between TSA Bae and Issa is that Hollywood always depicts one type of body type as having sex. And in real life, plain and simple, fat people be fucking. And they fuck a lot. And this shows you what that situation is. And then that whole situation with the condom, little too graphic, but hey, listen, it happens, right? And it's showcasing to you, because there was like think pieces and lots of write-ups last season about, why doesn't Insecure have, showcase condom usage and all that other stuff. And I don't know. I mean, like, it's TV, it's TV. So this showcases it, and it's just like, you wanted condom use, boom, you got condom. Splat, you got condom use. So now we come to Condola and Lawrence speaking, and they're sitting and having dinner, and then Lawrence is like, he orders mayo with his French fries. I know Lawrence. Lawrence went on he either did a study abroad or he spent like a summer in France, and now he only eats mayonnaise with his French fries. I know Lawrence. I am Lawrence. No, I don't eat my small frites with mayonnaise. But I do get where he likes that component. And then Condola mentions that Issa had mentioned it to her, and then he got really upset. And I know Lawrence, especially if you're someone who's a control freak like myself. I don't want y'all talking about me if I don't have the best history with the prior person, or this is a former lover, or a relationship of 5 years. Y'all need to be knowing one another, but it happens, right? So then we get into that, and then Lawrence, gets upset, and he speaks to his friends about it, and she says, he says to Issa, he calls her up and he says, listen, I really want to like and get to know this girl. You want to be nice. You couldn't call my phone, but again, growth. All right. Now we got Molly. She's cooking for Asian Bae. She's making gumbo. Why is it that every professional black woman on TV only knows how to make 2 things, chili and fucking gumbo? I have yet to see somebody bake a goddamn chicken, make a steak. They always making some odd shit. So I gotta go, because I think my damn lamb chops is burning. But Molly was talking to Asian Bae, and he made a quick mention about his sister, And she is completely not self-aware, extremely tone deaf, extremely emotionally selfish, where she did not pick up that this man did not want to talk about this situation. And listen, not everybody is an open book. People are onions. They are layers. And sometimes it has to be pulled back. So anyway, they try to have some kind of conversation. Molly's showing him all his pictures, and then she gets upset because, you know what, Molly, you have a vivid fucking imagination and you create problems when there shouldn't be. You have an emotional ideal, and this is a conversation I've been having with my friends all week. Your mate is not going to be the complementary of everything that you do. Your mate, people you date, they're going to have weird idiosyncrasies. They're going to fart, they shit, they giggle, they snore, they laugh hard. A lot of those things. They may not speak about things. They may not be that intelligent on stuff. You are going to have to accept that, and you keep it moving. It's the 80-20 rule. The person should bring to you 80% of your needs and your happiness, and the 20% they don't have, you got to be able to walk away from that, or you got to be able to say, this is the 20% that I'm okay with not living with. Now, because everything is a goddamn issue, Molly. Every goddamn thing is an issue. Then we move on to Issa. She is at the concert trying to find a headliner for her event, and she ends up finding it. And then her and Molly, they meet up at the coffee shop. Issa and my friends know this shit. Do not have me having lunch or dinner with a new person. I want to meet up with you to discuss our relationship, our friendship, right? And I don't need a new person there. I don't need to meet your new friend. And I feel where Molly is, but at that same time, when Molly lifts that girl bag up at the chair, that'll get you an ass whipping. Don't touch my bag. Don't touch my bag. And then you even see Molly's face. And so again, foreshadowing into the sort of what will possibly be the dissolving of Issa and Molly's relationship, because Issa's so excited to be around Condola, and Molly's like, bitch, please, she fucking your man. All right. And then we move on to Molly at work. And Molly is a better person at work than she is in her personal life, but she's still a professional fuck up. And then finally, they're having their self-care Sunday, and they're hiking. Well, everybody fucking hikes in LA. You know, I have a friend, she moved out to LA, bitch is hiking. Ain't never hiked in her whole life, and now she hiking. But I guess that's, you know, the best way to get cardio. And if a city that is not known for being jogger friendly because it's not a lot of pedestrian space, I get it. But they start speaking, and Issa says to Molly, damn girl, this guy gives you good sex. You know, you be wildin'. And that shit hit Molly, because I think that she thought about what she said last episode to Issa, which was more messy. Issa had a more empathetic tone. It was a more endearing tone. It was an honest. It was, listen, I am your friend, but listen, girl, you don't fuck this up. You know, shit, we met friends at the same time. You got the better half. Because remember, Nathaniel ghosted her and went buck, and then had Issa all up and down in his house smelling his underwear and shit. So, and then you see Issa, you know, you see Molly tuning out because she got a phone call from TSA Bae. And then Issa is talking how she got rid of TSA Bae because, woo, the ghetto. He got 2 kids and a third on the way. Shit, Issa, you fucked him way too many times. But in all, this Insecure episode was amazing. Again, Raphael Sadiq, shout out to him. He's a musical director. Shiona, you did a great job. And in general, the conversation and the teleplay in itself is impeccable. Issa, cheers to you. Thank you so much for Insecure. I'll see you next week. Blackest recap ever. Subscribe.